Mother Nature making quite a show tonight. This is the reason why I'm a few minutes late. The Aurora Borealis is out in full effect, and this is right now, at least tonight, happening basically, well, certainly across Washington, but it's a severe geomagnetic storm. So if you live anywhere, well, in the region where you see the red, which is basically all of Canada, and in the northern part of the U.S., you should be able to see this storm. This was captured over Lake Washington. A little less cloudy than it is here right now. I'm kind of hopeful that as the night wears on, I will have a clear sky, but I kind of like the clouds and then the color, and then you see the stars. But I'm like, it's it's a pretty good shot. I got to admit, and I'm not a photographer. Obviously, I was absolutely blown away. The fact that you can see this, and it's not quite, it's 6:20 p.m. right? And I assume this is going to be happening for the next couple hours. So I was thinking of like, who can I text? Who do I tell? Who's in this area? So of course Matt here, he's like down the street basically, and I said, dude, you go outside, look north right now. And you can't. I mean, you can, but I guess there's nothing in the way.
Yeah, there's trees kind of in the way, and I just too much to block it. So after this, I might go out. And see if I can get a better shot of it.
Yeah, get a try. I mean, certainly get a try. Get a tripod ready. I got my GorillaPod, the Joby GorillaPod.
Yeah.
Had it connected. I can't remember if this shot that I took was with the astrophotography mode or just regular night shot. Just saying on the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra and just shooting. Because the other shots I took, they were okay. But this one turned out, I feel, the best out of all the shots. I took, of course, as many as I could just to get, one really good shot. At least at this time, get a little bit of the red, definitely a lot of the green. And this was the best shot. And luckily for me, out the back deck, there's a view of, it's north. It's a northern view.
Yeah.
You can't see it with the naked eye as easily right now. It's definitely something, seen like the last time I remember seeing it, you could see something barely with the naked eye in like the middle of the night. I was able to capture like photos and video. It was pretty incredible. So yeah, this is tonight. This is what Mother Nature has made. Mother Nature has also been playing around with me because I have been having headaches at the end of the day, and I don't know why for the past week or so. Today was no exception. I'm on not ibuprofen, acetaminophen, and aspirin or whatever the combination happens to be. And I was after I took that, a couple hours later, I'm like, God, I feel normal again. So I don't know what's hitting me, apart from maybe it's my body just kind of fighting off a sickness, if only because my daughter she's got a fever today, and I just saw her today, and she was kind of run down and she got sick. So I'm like, I'm hopeful that, my body is healthy enough that I'm able to kind of keep that at bay, because I'd rather not get sick. So everybody, welcome to the MakerDeck stream. Still planning on doing an event in the real world, IRL, in person, here in the greater Seattle area on February 21st. And the 22nd, I think, whether we do the raid train on the first day or the second day, I'm not sure yet. But I think that it would, after talking to a few people, I want to get their take. The first day for the event, we'll just do this, an online interview in person. You could join us in person if you want. We'll be interviewing people, and then online as well. So you'll be able to participate. It's a hybrid event. You'll be able to participate virtually in the MakerDeck channel on Twitch, as well as in real life here in the greater Seattle area. For the interviews, the raid train, my conception of it is basically lining up makers throughout the day to teach people one thing or another, and then end up with like a 12-hour programming block, and then raiding from one maker-oriented channel to another, to another, to another, to another. That is going to be a lot easier, I think, to execute. But those are the plans coming up in February. Slight change of what we were planning on doing before, but I think kind of better going this route because it's more community participation. So I'm very happy about that. If I may, I can show what this is why I love doing the shows that we do, because last week we were showcasing in show and tell. Someone had done the Grinch. I think it was a Phantom Printer.
Yeah.
Had done this Grinch, and I think his green turned out a little better than mine. But I had to. And it took about a day or so for me to get done. In fact, it was a week ago. Because the next day I was just like,
next day I think you. No, I think you were starting it the next day. I think you started it later the next day.
I started the next.
I thought it was Thursday.
Yeah. So it should have only taken less than a day, but not a big deal. No AMS required. I pulled through the sickness. The Grinch was happy. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's nice. I ended up snapping, unfortunately, the feet. One of the pieces here. You got to glue the pieces together. No AMS again, which was nice. But it snapped. I just glued it back into place, and for the most part, I'd imagine it's going to be fine. I don't expect a lot of heavy usage of the Grinch, but this is the tallest Grinch figure that I now have.
It's almost like you should take it to Home Goods, because I don't know if you've been to Home Goods lately, but like literally it's Grinch. There's a whole aisle full of Grinch. Like I was like, dude, you could print so much of this with a 3D printer.
I know, man.
I was like, but they're selling a lot of this stuff for like $15-20, and I'm like, dude, there's like models online.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is the kind of thing I got to figure out where I'm going to put it, because it's like, okay, it's this nice Christmas decoration. I don't know if I'm going to like print more Grinch things as I see them. I might. I know some people have printed like candy bowls or dishes. Those are kind of neat.
Yeah.
And that's right. You did the pants. I've seen the head.
Yeah. I didn't do the head. I saw the head, but I didn't do the head. I did the
the body, the pants.
Yeah.
Where a Grinch normally keeps its candy in its hips. So I haven't found any or too many others. There's the Grinch figurine that was done by Play Action Toys a couple of years ago or last year. I think he's going to redo it, though. I requested him to redo it because of the way the body comes together. So hopefully the Play Action Toys Grinch, the Santa Grinch, will be available soon. So I may end up putting together some kind of Grinch, perma Grinch area. This doesn't stand on my normal shelves. It's a little too tall. Found this one. This was definitely not AI, too smooth for it to be AI. This is a fun little Vader in a candy-colored silk PLA Polymaker, naturally. Comes with a base or a stand, which, honestly, when I look at it, I kind of wonder if it would have worked well without a stand, possibly. It may have needed to be front-weighted a little differently, though, because of the cap coming off the back and the cape. If I have a choice when it comes to printing, I would rather print without a base. For semi-obvious reasons, but I was like, all right, let me try it here. It worked fairly well. Only had some issues with on my part because I didn't do supports on everything but the bed or the plate. Yeah. So I ended up getting some bridging issues, but nothing really crazy horrible at all. But the Santa Vader turned out well. Then I did this one. This is a Reek. You might remember from. Yeah. Oh, hang on. I forgot to turn. The reason why. Oh, Chris, why did you forget to take off those supports? The reason why is because the Reek, you might remember from episode 2, when they were fighting in the arena on Geonosis. The Reek has a nose ring, right? And it's one of the ways they control it. But unfortunately, I knew I was going to have problems, at least at this size, with that nose ring snapping. So I was trying to be careful with the removal of the supports, but unfortunately it snapped off. So this Reek has no ring, but this is the high temperature PLA from Polymaker that it goes from orange to red, and I thought that was a nice way of printing the Reek rather than a solid color or any other kind of dichromatic color. And indeed, it worked very, very well. This is to my knowledge, the only Reek model that I've printed to date. Could have done it bigger, naturally. Printed a Elf Stormtrooper model there. Can you see it? Yeah. It's got his little coat ready, and I had some issues at this scale with pieces around, like the danglies around the top of its shoes, but it got a little chewy. But for the most part, I think it's for where it's going to stand, it'll be fine. I've printed out a series of these Stormtroopers specifically at this scale, like 106 millimeters tall, and I've got them lined up in my bathroom. So this one's going to stand amongst them. So it's a Christmas decor, but I'm going to have it non-Christmassy as well. Did I show this last week?
No, I like that though. That looks cool.
It hadn't been done yet? Okay. Pretty quick print. I believe this is a Nico Industries BB-8. That's a Pikachu crossover. Parts glued together, and so it's easy to do. So yeah, if you don't have an MMS, I mean, not that you would need it for. I mean, you could paint it, but you would need the AMS to paint. But I like doing a lot of these things monochromatically, not just because it's more efficient on filament, but quite honestly, I know this is 3D printed. Do I need it to look perfect? No, that looks perfect.
I like the yellow.
Did a Rey.
Oh, there's the Rey. Yeah.
Rey, and very happy with how she turned out. This is the Rey with this particular head sculpt. This is the play action choice. Now these figures, unlike some of the others that I've printed, they're not exactly color accurate, but they are what they are. These figures, when Play Action Toys releases a new figure, I want to do it in this color accurate way. So Reys are done. This is one Rey, and then I printed out other. He released 2 other alternate helmet or head sculpts around the face. Yeah. So the goggles down and the goggles up. He also had another one where there's the cloth in front of her face, but I didn't necessarily need to or feel the need to print that one. I liked these 2 a little more, so I've got multiples. This will be the one that's definitive in my collection that I've printed. I usually do about 12 of them every time. And then speaking of, this is one, and I'm not done with it, obviously. This is, I'll have to remember next week. And sorry, my color's like going in and out. I think it's the camera that I'm using.
Is that the Han Solo?
No, this is the
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan, no. Yeah, Clone Wars.
Is it? Oh yeah, Clone Wars. Yeah,
Clone Wars. Okay. So he doesn't have arms yet because I have. When it comes to me and printing these figures, I kind of have this perfectionist way of doing things, or as close to perfection for me. And I didn't like. What did I not like? Oh, I had flushing volume problems because I used the 3MF that I probably shouldn't have used with the other leg, so the black kind of bled through this filament. Oh, yeah. And it also, what encouraged me to go with a darker tan rather than the original cream was I also had flushing volume problems with the filament. Not that I think it wasn't a filament problem, it was a PEBCAC issue, because it should have been just fine. And when I picked the filament, I'm like, wait, the TD should have been fine for this, but unfortunately the black kind of bled through here. So I had to reprint the torsos and just went with something that I figured like a Polyterra is what they used to call them. Filament, it would have worked better, even though it's a bit delicate with these flaps that kind of hang. It gave me a chance when I reprinted the legs, because I needed to do it because of flushing volumes. I ended up filling the other ridge areas. You can see this has got black. I don't know if you can tell the difference. Black around the kneecap armor versus no black around the armor. This was the training provided by Play Action. I'm grateful because he saves a lot of time going that route. But, when I looked at it again, I'm like, I think I can do a slightly better job for the way that I want to print it, and, ended up going that direction. So Play Action Toys is, it's not even, I can't even say like my favorite artist.
I actually subscribed to him on Patreon. I hadn't been on him, so.
Yeah, he just released a Ezra, and I just ordered through the Polymaker program new orange. So I'm going to be printing the Ezra figure this week as soon as those orange filaments come in to do those. Because I try to go color accurate, and Ezra Bridger from Rebels, of course. But this model will be finished next week. I did the arms, and I had some issues with the black. Just it was again the flushing volumes on the original 3MF that I used. I just was not happy with. And again, PEBCAC. I should have done it differently, but I went and reprinted the arms. But I saved all those extras because I'm just going to make different Obi-Wans to give away to people who don't necessarily care or just looking for an action figure. But the Obi-Wan should be finished next week, and I'm kind of looking forward to it because he released that like 6 months ago, and I just never. I had it, and then I got busy, and then just like, okay, he's not releasing new ones, so I don't necessarily need to keep up. I'm like, okay, and then I'm like, I did the Rey. I'm like, okay, I need to do the Obi-Wan, and so I did. So that was why I went back, and this is an older Obi-Wan, like older in the sense that it had been released prior to his what would you call it? Respite, his vacation, his holiday, his sabbatical. That's the word I'm looking for. Sabbatical. So that's what I have mostly been printing over the past week, and then I've got the next thing I'm going to be making. I've got these were on sale on Amazon because this is the time of year to buy Lego sets because they're all on sale. But I got these two mechs for like $10 or less than $10 a piece. Normally they'd go for like 15 or so. So I saved some money on both of these, and we'll be putting those together at some point in the future. That's why they're there, for me to put them together and to remember to put them together. And then the only other one, I've got the Stormtrooper one already, the Boba Fett, and I have the Darth Vader, and I'm like, I know it's here. It's in here somewhere, and I'm just like, I know I have it because I have it on record that I have it. I'm like, but I was trying to bring it all together, right? Have all the mechs together, and I apparently, may need to get a spare mech Lego set, but when it drops in price, never pay full price if you can avoid it. So. What about you?
Well, I didn't get a lot done. I got my new printer, so I got my A1, which I'm printing on right now. I did some TikToks. So I printed before I set up my AMS. I printed the Grinch candy bowl, which I'll show in a minute. I'll show a photo of it. But this is the first thing that I printed on my.
Are you used to your A1 camera being in the other spot?
What's that? Oh yeah. I'm used to it being up there. So I printed this because I have my iPad. I have my work computer. I need an extra charging section for it. So. I purposely couldn't print something like this. It was a lot smaller on the AMS, and I wanted something larger.
Or the A1 Mini?
Or the A1 Mini, yeah. Sorry, the A1 Mini. Yeah. So I printed this. I can just put the devices in there. I can put my phone in there, if I want to. Or I got my iPad. I got, a couple iPads. My wife has an iPad. So I'm going to make kind of like a charging station out of that.
Oh, okay.
Just so we can charge up devices. After I printed a couple things, just this in general, I was like, it's so hard to get stuff off of the AMS, the bed, because I printed this. So I started this. I don't have the legs done yet. I don't have the legs done yet. I'm working on the legs right now. So
I haven't done that one. I didn't do that one. I've seen
it. This is 500%. This is 500% up. And I found this on Maker World. He also has a Patreon that has a bunch of other ones. I haven't subscribed to his Patreon, but I'm going to probably do it because he has a gingerbread version as well. And I really like the gingerbread version. So I'm likely going to get subscribed to his Patreon and get the gingerbread version. But I found this on it. Really nice. It wasn't terrible to print. I guess the head was the worst because it's not, you have to use an AMS. And so it used a lot of filament when it changed to the green and stuff.
But you didn't have to use the AMS for that plate on the front?
I did, but it printed face down. So when it got up to the top, it just changed color basically. And then it has a little bit of green in it as well.
Yeah, I saw
it did a little bit, but it's not terrible. So, and I'm printing the legs right now. I got the arms printed. I'm going to print the legs and the body that connect to the legs. So, should have it done by next week. I was hopefully going to have it done today, but I started printing the section I'm printing now, and it screwed up while I was gone. So I have to reprint that. But really nice. I like it. So, and then I found that. But when I was printing this, I found that like you can take the bed off of the A1 Mini, and everything comes up real easily. You can just tilt the bed a little bit and peel the pieces up. Well, the bed on the A1 Mini is like really hard to get up, so I printed a scraper.
Is it because I assume you've washed it. I
did wash it. Maybe I need to wash it again, but
because it's new. Maybe there's
it could be that it's new.
Temperature. Yeah.
But I was like, I almost cut myself trying to get a support that was stuck to the.
Oh my god!
And I was like, So
I use tweezers, a very fine point. I don't want to scrape the bed, but like very.
So I did use my tweezers. Tweezers to kind of get it up a little bit, but I also printed this bamboo scraper that I got too. And then I also decided that Tim. So I did a TikTok live with Tim over the weekend, and he's got the A1 and he's got the combo mounted to the top of his printer. So he printed the pieces from Bamboo Labs and then bought the screws from them, and then you can actually do it on there. I'm going to do it on there because I think that will be much better to have it above, and so I'm going to do that next. I'm just waiting for the screws to get.
So
there.
I'm kind of curious. I want you to bring that over when you're done, because I want to compare it to the scale of the Lego ones that I did from Big Bricks. Yeah, I haven't printed a lot of the there have been different Lego minifigures that have been, released since. I started to print one of them and just ran into so many problems getting the pieces into place that I just gave up. It was too fiddly.
And here I'll show you, because I'm also going to show you something else. But let me.
And I think I know which one you're looking at because I think I've seen it.
Yeah. This is the one. Let's see. You can see that. Can you see my screen down there?
Not yet. Oh, here. Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah. Yep. So, and he's got a Patreon. It's got a lot of good ones on there. It's got the gingerbread one. I like the gingerbread one. I was like, that looks so cool.
That's the one I want. That's the one I would want. Like, if of all of them, because I have to put it together, but I got the Lego gingerbread AT-AT.
Yeah.
One of these
I have the cape. I have the cape. I haven't put the cape on yet, but I do have the cape. That was the easiest part.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you get felt, cut it out. Did you here, let me move over here. Did you have you been into Hobby Lobby lately to see if
it's been a few weeks.
Okay, I don't go in regularly because I guess they've been getting cleared out from my understanding and seeing the social feeds. That's where I've been getting the felt for mine.
Oh yeah. So I probably have some felt too, but I think it'll be nice once it's all done. So I'll bring it over and show it to you. But,
I'd be curious. I'm just curious to scale because I'm like, well, if I get in the same scale, I've only printed like one or two that haven't been Big Bricks and ran into issues with those for a lot of different reasons. And I kind of gave up. So I just don't want to waste the filament anymore.
He has some other ones too. Yeah, he has some other ones too on there. I mean,
that Care Bear.
He's got a lot. He's got the Care Bear. He's got Spider Woman. He's got a bunch of different of them on here. So he's got a Return to the Jedi Han Solo.
I've got a Ghost one that I've got to do.
We got Grogu here.
Yeah, Grogu.
And then we got Boba Fett, which is cool too. So he's got a bunch on there.
You're not kind of curious. Okay, that's on the Maker World. I may try that K2SO. Because I had one Super Battle Droid. It just didn't turn out like as well as I would have liked it to. I mean, the only ones that I've really done are the Star Wars ones, but I'm curious to know how well they come together because I've had problems with a lot of these makers. They've done these bigger bricks, but like they don't turn out as well when they get really fiddly when you have to stuff bits in and they don't work as well. So I just don't want to I'm like, I like the idea of them, but they're just getting them together when any type of thing that it requires any kind of assembly, even post, like even that Grinch was really fiddly. It worked, but not without a fair share of hassle with the glue, but worth it. I just again, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm gonna let you tell me how difficult the challenge with all these things are before I kind of jump in.
I mean, the head was pretty easy to put together, and it all snapped into place. I mean,
I already have a Vader. I have a Vader already. Of course, not a colored one, but like
So I'll show it to you. I'll bring it over.
I'd be curious. The one that I've got, the Ghost. I'm gonna do a glow in the dark Ghost one. I've had to print or waiting to kind of do. But I haven't done it yet.
And then if you can share my other window, I can show you the Grinch Bull that I did. So here's the Grinch Bull that I did. Really like it. It turned out really well. put some candy in it. Looks really nice. I took it to work. I put it on my desk. People come by and grab candy. So I did this, and then I showed my wife, and she wanted one, so I printed a second one for her. So
it should have a top, that you can take on.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, wish it had a top where you could take the head off.
Yeah.
That
totally. Now, was that through an AMS?
This was through an AMS. Yeah. Okay. So, but it didn't use a lot of filament because it just changed from red to white to white to green, or green to white. So, I didn't use I probably didn't use the best color. I just used some old color that I had. It's probably not very accurate to the Grinch, but I think it turned out. It's got the little layers in it, which I think look kind of cool. It looks really cool in person, and it's a good talking point for when people come by and grab some candy. I'll be like, "Yeah, that was 3D printed." Super
good conversation starter.
Yeah. So, and it was printed on my A1. So,
smaller one.
A1 Mini. So it's like, I mean, when I tell people how small, and it's just me trying, and I was telling people this on the TikTok live. I was like, I didn't realize how big or how small the bed size is on the A1 Mini versus the A1, and I'm like, that thing is a powerhouse. And I pulled out the leg. You can see it in the back of that picture, but the 650% Stormtrooper that's behind that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I printed that on the A1 Mini. That is insane that I was able to print that. I printed it in pieces, of course, and put it all together. But just to say that, that was all printed together, it was insane. So
and it's anytime you can get people to really look and say, and they think that you can't do it, or that it's too difficult, or that it's too expensive. It's like, no, not at all.
And it's it's super cheap. So
big time.
I mean, $199 to start off with a starter printer.
Well, today with the Black Friday.
Yeah, with the Black Friday deal, but
that would be a Black Friday. I ended up getting or helping someone basically get the A1 Mini. No, he had a P1S or P2. I can't remember which one he got, but he got it on sale. And I told him, I said, well, I should send you our affiliate link, and I didn't do it because I'm like, that's kind of weird to me. If you use the affiliate link on your own, but I'm just like, I don't want to pitch. Oh, we have an affiliate link all the time. But he was just as equally as curious, I would say, as anybody else. I thought about it. He had a huge Funko shelf behind him. I'm like, dude, how are you not 3D printing right now? How has that not happened? To me, it's just incredible.
Yeah, it's just I can't imagine not 3D printing.
Big time.
Especially with, and to be honest, we went and bought candy for that candy bowl, and you're not lying when you said last week that candy has skyrocketed. We paid more money for candy than I think anything else. It was I mean, the big bag, which became a smaller bag, was $15 for a mixed thing of candy, and it's half the size of what it used to be.
Oh my!
And if you wanted that bigger size, it was $30, and I was like, no. I was like, come on,
insane.
Yeah. So, I was like, and I told people on the live too how you the first live how you gave away 3D prints instead of candy because it was, and somebody was like, that's a clever idea.
There's no reason Halloween doesn't just have to be about candy.
No.
Yes, that's the fun, but it's incredible. How much more, even, I'm going to go off on a rant here, but there's never been a better time to be someone who 3D prints.
Yeah.
Am I going to put out Reeks for Halloween? Maybe it's kind of a Halloween creature, or print a series of fun little Stormtroopers, or, print a series of fun little droids, whatever it happens to be. When I put those baskets out, because I didn't answer the door this year because I was taking my daughter around with her friends, I got cleared out. to the point. I mean, I just put random things that I had printed over the year. I'm like, okay, this is a random thing. I don't want, just give it away, like spinning BB-8, like fidget toys or whatever it was. Fidget toys are wonderful, right? Like, whether we're talking like spinners or cubes, like these things, like they don't care. So it says Star Wars on it, or Star Wars symbols. They just want the trinket, the toy, the fun thing, and they're easy to print, relatively I would say beyond relatively affordable. Like this kind of thing is something that everyone wants, right? Kids they snap them up, and so I had to like refill the baskets, once, and because I had like 2 baskets full of things, they were basically cleared out. I refilled a little bit more. I'm like, because it was like 9 o'clock at night. I figured most of the kids had come and gone. Some kid came back, and he was stuffing he's by the handful, stuffing all these prints into his pocket and looking around like he was gonna get in trouble or something. Like, because I put on there, I 3D printed a sign saying, take some but leave some for others, or take whatever you want, leave some for others. But he didn't even look at the doorbell that's got the camera on it. But he was like, stuff. I'm like, I hope you have fun, man. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah. So 3D prints, I think, are a better. I'll say this: you'd spend less getting a 3D printer and buying filament to give away these things at Halloween or beyond. You'd spend less than you would on Halloween candy.
Yeah.
At this stage, because dude, I mean, that's just it. It's across the board. Even the holiday stuff. Like I look for the Star Wars stuff, but like Star Wars stockings go on sale usually about $15. I'm like, okay, I'll wait until they go on sale. 15's not a bad price. They're 25 this year. Last year 15. This year 25.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nope, I'm good. I'm like, I'll wait until it drops. If it's still around, great. But like, I'm not gonna pay $25 for that. I'm not even sure I'd pay 15. So because it's not like, oh, I must have. And then they have like little Star Wars Hallmark ornaments, little tiny ones. Last year, $8-9. You can even buy last year.
Hallmark. I told you my story. I went into Hallmark to buy the tree, and they had the catalog out, and the catalog had the pre-tariff prices in there, and then it had a price sheet of what it was and what it is now attached to it, like stapled to it. And I was like, babe, like, I don't think we can, like, this is, I'll get 1 or 2 things, but like, I'm not going to go crazy this year. Like I did, like, I wanted the tree. I wanted the little mini Darth Vader tree, and I got that. But I'm like,
it's just the helmet. It's not, I mean, the tree is black.
Yeah.
But it's a separate thing.
The helmet. And then the helmet lights up, and then it makes noise and everything.
I wanted that
and
too.
The tree skirt. Yeah. I got all 3 of them, but I was like, I was like, I'm not going to go crazy. I didn't buy the ornaments that go with it, because the ornaments were originally like $15 for like these tiny little ornaments, and they became $30. And I was like, no, like, that's just,
dude.
Like, I was like,
maybe there are people who are going to spend. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, I follow a lot of other hobbyists, collectors, out there, and a lot of us are going, no, like, I love this stuff, but like, no. And that's the problem. Like, when you lose a collector, I have no problem spending money on things. But at the point where I'm going, no, dude, this is like, I can't. I literally, it would hurt me unless I really, 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 I'm like, nah, dude, I can't justify it. Even I had a problem justifying it at half the price. Yeah. What do you think I'm going to do at twice the price?
Yeah.
Like, across the board. So collectibles, I feel they're going the route of make your own, print your own, get a model that someone else has made, print it in whatever filament you want, color it however you want, and go hog wild, because it'll be at a fraction of the cost. And I mean, is this like, would I buy this thing at the store for, $5? Doubt it, because it's not like super, super high quality, but I didn't spend that much time on it, but there are some that are just like, you know what? This satisfies that itch enough where I can print it and I'm like, okay, I'm good. Like, I don't need to do something or grab something unless, of course, it goes on extreme sale. Like even Lego sets. I don't buy them very rarely. I'll say rarely. I did buy the Lego AT-AT, the gingerbread AT-AT at full price. I did, because I'm like, I don't know how long it's going to be around. Christmas is coming up. I'm like, I don't think this is going to get discounted anytime soon.
Yeah.
So I'm going to snap it up. So there are exceptions to that rule. But for me, most of those collectibles just, I walk right past them, and it hurt. I tell you, it legitimately hurts.
Yeah.
As a collector.
It does, you know. Yeah. And I, to be honest, I heard an article on the radio today too, just on my way into work, or I think it may have been yesterday or today. I don't remember, but they said Funko might not be around next year.
Yep.
I'm like,
yep.
Dude, like, I mean, I got Funkos. Like, they are. I mean,
they may go the way of the dodo.
Yeah.
Here's my feeling on the Funko thing. Number one, you can either scan some and print your own in whatever color you want, right? And they're not perfect, but you know, I think they're just going to get bought out. I think someone's going to buy them. I think someone's going to snap it up. It's just there's too much that could get too much value, to be kind of bled in terms of what it is that they have. And then, of course, I think they have to be a lot more selective in terms of the IP that they produce.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I can't keep up.
Well, a couple of years ago, too, I think when they relocated their headquarters from Everett to Arizona, like they said that they were throwing away like thousands of Funkos because they couldn't sell them. And I was like, dude, like, I mean, they were destroying it and getting rid of it because of that. And I'm like, they just,
I'm not going to do it.
I don't think they made good price. I don't think they made good decisions on what they were making and what they were not making. But
to me, this is where I feel the industry is on that front. And for whatever sort, someone's asking what's the stream about. We're geeking out. We're makers talking about the things we're 3D printing. Why 3D printing may be a better alternative to buying store-bought collectibles, let's say, or more cost-effective than buying Halloween candy. Making 3D things to hand out at Halloween. Or gifts, right? For anybody and everybody. Depending again on if I was going to gift this, I'd probably do a better job with it. But for me, I'm like, this is great. This is a wonderful little thing. Everyone needs a reek from episode 2. So I think for Funko, and I think even for other toy makers as well, I think they're not losing sight. They've got their costs to cover. But we've reached a delta where people who love spending their money on collectibles are going,
yeah.
And that's danger territory because so I feel there's value to them. It's just kind of overpriced. And because now it's like insult to injury, I'm like, dude, I it's not going to happen. And I know there are people out there who can't afford the $15 Funkos a pop, literally. But like, I'm like, look at him like, if it's a Darth Vader, that's one I'm going to get. But like, just, pick them up and I'll get them. Maybe sometimes I see them for $5 and I'm like,
I usually try to get them. On sale. There are a few ones that I paid full price for,
of course.
I'm a big droid fan. So I have a few droids that I paid full price for. Darth Vader, Yoda. They did a Yoda metal. It's their metal. I forget what they call it. The metal one.
Pins? The Funko Pop pins or the metal?
No, it's like the metal.
No. Yeah. I've got one too. I've got the Darth Vader.
I forget what they call that, but yeah. But they did a Yoda version, and I'm like, I got to get the Yoda. I have the Darth Vader, so
they have that one. I was on Funko's website the other day because I've been collecting the minis, and thank goodness they don't have like tons of them. But I was searching for what was on sale, like the Black Friday stuff. Right now, the web exclusive with the chance of a chase, $49. It's $49. That may drop.
Yeah.
Because there's the chase. There's the color one, and then the silver one. I can't remember if I got the chase on that one or not. I may have just got for the Vader. I may have just gotten the regular metal one. I can't remember about that one. Very rarely I pick up the chase.
I didn't get the chase for that. But
yeah.
But
still, like you kind of you got to pick and choose. And with those prices going up, it just makes me choose even harder. Like, yeah, do I really want that? Do I really, or it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of neat, but that's the challenge, And now I feel like I've passed up on so many things.
It's the die cast.
Oh, the die cast. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Metal. Yeah, I know what you're talking about because I'm looking at the Vader one right now. I can't pull it out because I got it like kind of ensconced on a few different things.
But I did get it, so because I'm a big Yoda fan, and I had to have it, so I paid full price for it. I got it.
Naturally.
So.
Well,
yeah, I mean it's never been a better time to be 3D printing, as you say.
And speaking of,
you should trademark that phrase.
Well, I have said there's never been a better time to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah, and now you need to. Yeah, you need to trademark that.
I know.
That's gotta be your trademark. Yeah.
I do a horrible job with a lot of that. I could do a much better job, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think we've shared about it as much as we can share this week, and before my headache
hope you
comes
feel
back.
better.
Yeah, again, hopefully it's not going to be, terribly
I wonder
problematic.
if it's just the weather change too, because we did roll back too, and I was not feeling great either with that.
Either weather, allergies, tension. I can't, because I woke up this morning and had a headache. I'm okay, so I don't think and that's happened now twice over the past week. Yeah. So I think either my body may be fighting something off, because now that Jedi's sick, I'm thinking my daughter, right? Like that could have been a thing. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know what that is. But that's the one thing I hope I'm not making is germ. No, you can't make germs. There's one thing I'm fighting is germs. Oh, hang on, just a second. Where the heck? Don't you hate when you lose the cursor on the screen?
Yeah, I did that today. I was messing around with my monitors, and I was like, I had 2 monitors. I'm like, where's my screen? Where's my mouse? Like,
right. Then you got to shake it, like.
Yeah. Well, because I was trying to align the monitors, because I switched the cable out, and then it thought my monitor was somewhere else, and I'm like, where's my monitor? Where am I going? So